When these people were doing the things they've been accused of, was I there?
No.
When they were doing these things they were doing, were they thinking about their families and other people? Were they, or they just did it because they felt they can?
Yeah. Guys, welcome to Tuko Buzz. My name is Lynn Ngugi, and today we have the most talked about person in Kenya right now.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel.
The one and only Edgar. The one and only Edgar Obare. Edgar, mambo?
Poa sana.
Najua watu wengi wajua unaongea Kiswahili.
Naongea Kiswahili. Kwanza, that intro should start with his Tines. His Tines.
The tea master.
Tea master.
The tea today will be phenomenal. Phenomenal. What?
President.
The president. The president. And I'm just gonna go straight and ask, like, who is Edgar? If someone was to tell you to define yourself, how would you define yourself?
I think Edgar Obare, YouTuber, simple guy who really loves telling the truth and telling stories.
Yeah.
So there's not much to me. It's just I'd really like to help other people tell their stories and really bring light to issues that are affecting most of us in this country.
Most of us. Some people have termed you as Kenya's Wendy Williams. The gossiper. Like, I'm not a fan of that word, but how do you take it when people, Kwanza, is your content gossip?
To me, it's really not gossip. To me, it's news. And if you know the definition of news, it's information that is relevant and newsworthy. So it's really, to me, it's news. But people decide to call you whatever they want. Yeah. And you have to even understand, the people who say, here's a gossip channel, just rumors, they completely ignore all the other content on my channel. Yeah. They ignore the pieces that I do to help, let's say, modeling scams in Kenya, let's say being scammed by real estate. They completely ignore any good thing I've ever done, and they focus on this one piece of video I made. Yeah. And then they decide to generalize me as, this is what he is. You cannot define me and my content. Yes. I decide what my content is, and it's vast. It is. I've told so many stories, tried very different things. Yeah. So these people trying to put me in a little box, he's a gossip vlogger. It won't make. They will just laugh at themselves in the end.
Edgar, are you a home breaker?
No, I'm not. I've not broken into anyone's house. When these people were doing the things they've been accused of, was I there? No. When they were doing these things they were doing, were they thinking about their families and other people? Were they, or they just did it because they felt they can? Yeah. So I was not there. They did it of their own free will. Yes. When they get caught, you should understand, when you do something, there's always a possibility you'll get caught. There are always consequences to everything you do. Yeah. So I'm just...
Letter to what has been done into the limelight. Yeah. Let me ask, why is it so important for you to tell the audience this is what the people you call your role models have been doing behind your backs? Is it in your place to do that?
I think it is. As a Kenyan and as a person who consumes this content, a lot of people look up to these particular celebrities or influential people in society, and you feel so much, let's say, pressure. Someone is parading couple goals, telling each other good morning on Instagram every day. I
woke up like this.
Yeah, and you imagine this is how it should be, or this is how it is, or you wonder, kwani nilikosea nani, my husband or my wife does not treat me like this.
And you go into depression.
So it's so much irony, and people get depressed trying to compare their lives to these people, but these people also have their own problems, have their own mistakes. What they're selling you on TV is not true. For them, this is business. They are selling their privacy and their image for certain either money or clout or publicity. They have ends to what they are trying. All this is an act. So if more people could see that this is just social media, it's not true. Do not compare yourself or stress yourself, even kill yourself. Background vitu ni very, very different. Okay. So this, more people being real and more people being honest with exactly who they are and not pretending, we'd have such a better country.
So in short, you just want people to be real.
People to be real. That's it. People will not get hurt so much. If you have a wife and you want to, or you have an open marriage and you want to, then just tell them, I'm married, Do you want to like it or not?
Yeah.
Bounce. If someone here is pegging their aspirations and their dreams, I get married to this, I'm so in love with, and then they get hurt.
Yes.
Like everyone always talks about the celebrities and I'm breaking their marriage. No one talks about the girl, no one talks about the boy who was hurt. Yeah. No one talks about them. Why? Because same nonsense. People think the celebrity matters more. Is his pain more than her pain? How can we now just compare and say this one is more, they're more affected than this one? Why are we treating them not equally?
Not equally. Yeah, does the content you produce make you happy? Or do you ever go to bed sometimes and you're like, I shouldn't have done that?
I've slept just fine. Honestly, I sleep very, very, very okay.
Yeah.
Not worried about any. I sleep very okay.
You sleep.
To me, they did the things they've been accused of. It is not out of thin air. It is, they did it.
Yeah.
They did it. If I ever make a mistake and report something that is not true, I always retract, apologize. Like, I'm not above making mistakes. I'm not perfect. I'm also just new to these things and learning how media works and how to tell stories. So unless I told something that is not accurate, something that is wrong, then that's the only thing I can feel bad about. But if someone tells a story and it's the truth, why are you feeling so pressed? Like, did he lie about it? He didn't? What's the big problem?
What's the big problem?
What's the big problem? Was it a lie?
Eh.
Was it? See, you did it.
Eh. So what's the big problem?
What's the big problem?
Talking of these people, Jalang'o, Terence, Jackie Matubia, how have they responded to you since you kind of exposed them? Have they gotten back to you and been like, so ulifanya ilienda happy?
Yeah, let's say for each of them, I don't think my stories will affect their careers or lives. They'll still go and they'll still, but I would really love a situation where you tell a story about a celebrity and you can see they're actually making amends. They're really trying to change and not just pretending for social media or we're keeping quiet, and then behind the scenes they're doing things to undermine you and affect you and take you to court. Like, why can't you be told you did wrong here and you apologize and you fix it?
So you're so much confident of the content you're putting out there?
I'm confident of the content I have. I can back it up. It has evidence. It's just because this is Kenya, there are people do some backroom shit and do some shady things to try and manipulate a situation to look a certain way. Or I don't. I'm trying to deal with because in this country sometimes the truth really doesn't matter. It's whoever has the power, influence, and the money to make a situation somehow. Are there stories you don't touch on, or are there stories you are like, have you ever, closed a story and you're like, siguzi, and why? Yeah, there are a couple of stories to do with categories of people. Let's say minors. I don't like touching stories to do with minors because children. Yeah. Like why? And particular stories, which I'm always bombarded, talk about this, people in the LGBTQ community. I'm asked, are these people dating? Are they gay? Are they lesbians? And for people like that, they don't have equal rights in Kenya. So it would not be fair for me to out people of that gender because they really take so much ridicule and they have to hide who they are. So it would not be fair for me to out these people, expose these people to the public, let them live their lives because honestly, it's a marginalized group in this country. It is. I like that. Do you think the entertainment scene in Kenya is boring at the moment? Yeah, pretty boring. We need a lot of. We need to be like Tanzania. Yeah. We still have such a long way to go, and I wish the celebrities even in Kenya, when you're talked about, like it only boosts your profile. Yes. There is no one who is great who's not gone through a scandal. It's just part of being who you are. I think we need to let it grow. If celebrities are busy suing everyone who talks about them, so like you don't have other things to do. Have you ever been sued before? Do you get sued once you do these stories? Yeah, sometimes I get a lot of threats of being sued. I get letters, but not being taken to court by anyone. Are you ever scared of mtakutana kwa hizi streets? Tumekutana kwa hizi streets. Halafu? Tumekutana kwa hizi. I've ever even been to Daystar. Who did you meet? And I saw Jalang'o. I did not meet her. I saw Jalang'o like across. Then we just looked at each other, just ignored each other. Nikaa tujaonana. Tukaendelea tu na maisha. But Of course, I'll meet these celebrities out there normally, but
Ni kazi tu.
we don't know each other. We are not friends. We don't associate.
Tuko tu kazi.
Mimi nakuonanga tu hapo na tuko kazi. Mtu asilete makasiriko tafadhali.
Hutaki
Mtu asilete makasiriko kwanza 2020.
Haitaki makasiriko.
Social media haitaki makasiriko.
Kinai boy. And you know what most of our audience do not know is that you also have a master's in computer science, right?
Yeah.
How does computer science intermarry with investigative or gossip stories?
Yeah, they have nothing to do with each other, but this is for my parents. It was not a waste of school fees. The research and the papers I used to do for my master's, my thesis, the kind of research, attention to detail, this is the same skills I use to tell my stories. Because if you watch my stories, they're very detailed.
Yeah.
And facts here, facts there, why do you think so, cite sources, where did you get this information, how did you arrive at this conclusion? So all the experience I've done in school, it helps me now to do my current job. So most people, I think, who've gone to university, you might not understand why you're learning this and this and this, but later in life you realize the skills you developed, the critical thinking you developed at this particular, it helps you do what you want to do right now.
You know, and I always say no experience is ever a waste of time.
It's never a waste, yeah.
Lakini zingine mtu anasomea unashinda huku ukitamak. You know, like why BNN? Did you not feel like I need a office job before BNN yote, or did you ever tamak?
For this particular situation, like when I finished my master's, I finished and graduated around February, January. But at the time I had broken my leg. So I wasn't able to attend interviews and show employers I can do this and that. So I just started doing video.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to BNN.
So when I started BNN I started at the beginning of the year when I was covering.
What BNN stands for, because you know some people actually
so don't know better.
Yes.
BNN stands for Bandana News Network. It started as a joke, honestly. I was covering Natalie Tawa's story, and I guess me and my friend Abbas, we found it funny that we are covering someone's breakup, but in a whole news format.
Yes.
Well, reporting live from the ground. Now, reports are telling us that Natalie Tawa,
with all anchors, reporters on the ground, talking in mics. So we found that so funny. So that's how BNN started. And just slowly we started telling stories happening in Kenya, but we are making it a news.
Yeah, and it's and the feedback you started getting, how was that like?
People found it funny at first, and then they said make more of this, and it was just another niche of my content where I really wanted to cover current issues, things happening in Kenya right now. So it's pretty exciting, interesting. People love it, and people like that they're being informed. People want to keep up with what's happening in Kenya. You might not always be on social media, Facebook, Twitter, knowing what is trending. So you'd like someone who actually following these things to talk about it and give their perspective and give you all angles of a certain story or situation.
Oh yeah, are you happy doing it?
Very happy doing this.
Yeah.
This is the best decision I made last year.
For real.
Not going into employment and starting my own thing that pays me.
Wow, and you know, I'm one of those people who have seen you grow. Like when I started watching your videos, you barely had 2K subscribers. And then I go back to Edgar Obare's YouTube and I'm like, tulifika 60K, tulifika 60K, Lini. You know, that consistency for you. Like, were there no times where you felt like, to me, I'm giving up?
Now, I even like what you've said. Like when you came back to the channel and you said, tulifika, it's we, it's a whole family, it's a group, we've built this to where it is. It's not one person. People give me the stories I tell, people support me, people engage in my content, so it's a lot of us. So I started out a certain way. People said, try this, do this. We like it better like this. And that way you improve and you improve. Because if you look at my videos a year ago today and this, even BNN, the first one and now, so much totally different. And it's because people's input and the kind of stories we want to tell and what we want the channel to grow to be. Now people are saying I should open the next TMZ or the next big company that really does entertainment. So those are vision and aspirations we have. So it's up to me to try and get to the level they want, because people want to be able to watch me on TV. at prime time.
Yes.
Yeah, so-
Kwanza napenda hiyo prime time. They would rather watch BNN rather than watch
than actual news, or
Yes.
someone was saying they want a muchene FM.
And I know as much as you're in the public out there, following your, the concepts you are putting out and the conversations you are trying to bring, it's amazing that you have like so many supporters as compared to critics.
Yeah.
Did you expect that from the beginning, that I would have this many supporters of my work, this kind of work?
I think it kind of surprised me. Like, one, I've never done this for money, and I've never done this for followers, really. So I like people to like and respect me for my work, not exactly me as a person. So the story I tell, did you learn something? Did you get something out of it? Did it help you?
Yeah.
So because a lot of people like it, and it's like Kenya has been really wanting someone who just tells the truth, tells it like it is, and it's direct. There's no hiding, there's no pretending, and you can prove the things you're actually saying.
Yeah.
So with the numbers, I guess it just came. It came at a total surprise. I was not even ready. I was not ready to be recognized on the street, but it just happened.
It just happened. So many people, they want to start creating content, but they are scared of putting it out. What advice would you have for such people?
I think just do it. If this is something, like it takes for everyone, I think for everyone in life, it takes a while for you to really figure out what you want. It took me 27, 26 years to figure out what exactly I really want out of life. But when you get it, chase it.
Chase it.
Chase it. It might not work out at first. You might take a while. You might struggle. But if you're really focused and you have the drive, like people noticed hard work. Drive, and because people will notice it.
Na hakuna shortcuts.
There's nothing like shortcut. Nothing.
Yeah.
You have to put in the work. I did not just get where I am overnight. This took 2 years.
Yeah.
In January of 2019, I was at 600 subscribers. 600. By December, I was 50,000. So it was no accident. It was a lot of work. The number of videos, the number of hours
This is not
I put
luck.
out.
It's hard
nothing.
work.
It is work. I earned it.
Yes.
And this the old-fashioned way. I was not famous, not a celebrity. My parents are not famous.
Yeah.
Rich, nothing. I've not appeared on a show,
Yes.
TV, not dated anyone famous. So this was purely based on my work,
Yeah.
purely in what I did and put out in the world.
And put out.
Yeah.
And what inspires Edgar?
What inspires me, like I don't have like a one person, like an idol, but like things people have done in history or in this country, I find very inspiring, that someone can stand in their truth and stand for exactly what they believe in. Sometimes with the things on my content, like I'm being told or I'm advised, would you rather stay alive or be right? And I think that happens a lot in this country. There are so many people who want to do the right thing, want to do good. Let's say you're in a company, you're working, and you know your boss is stealing, and you know if you stand up and say something, consequences, or someone will ruin your life, or you get fired. And I think because so many people, they just want to survive. But I think Kenya, we've gotten to this point because so many people just trying to survive and they don't want to make waves. I think it's about time someone actually just stood up. This is what I believe. This is the truth. You won't shake me. And that is it. Because that's the only way it will change.
I'm going for it.
Because if we just keep on letting people get away with things like this, or hush, putting things under the rug, the country will just continue deteriorating, and in the end, we won't even recognize ourselves.
Yeah.
There will be no values. There will be no morality. It's just whoever has had the biggest check.
Influence. Yeah. What's the future for BNN?
The future for BNN, I think I want it to be its own company. So, company that creates content. We tell Kenyan stories.
Yeah.
We touch on these stories that traditional media would not probably cover. Maybe it's not big enough, or maybe the audience is stuck to politics, or politics or tragedies. Like, there are many stories in Kenya. It's not just politics or tragedies. Many stories.
Yeah.
So I'd like to be able to tell these stories and tell it in a professional way, give some people, create employment for other people, and really create content, and then media houses or companies can come to me and license or buy my content.
Exactly.
And then we play it on traditional
Yeah, and
platforms.
some people would ask, do you make money with this content?
Yeah, of course I do, because I make money, it's good enough for me to pay rent and be able to.
Sustainable.
Yeah. It's a sustainable business. So anyone trying to get into the digitals,
Yeah.
do it.
Do it.
Do it. You do it, you never want to work for anyone ever again.
Yeah. Just do it. Yeah, na nasikia pale Kilimani you have lots of fun. So ongelesha watu wa Kilimani.
Watu wa Kilimani, chit chat. You guys, yeah, it feels like home over there. Love you guys. Hey, tunachambwanga inchi, fixing this country, doing the Lord's work. Because watu hujifanya sana hii social media.
Tuna fix inchi.
Na fix the country.
One story at a time.
One story at a time, one celebrity at a time.
Yeah, so message to your fans. Message to your fans.
Thank you for the opportunities you've given me. Look, I'm on Tuko. Never thought I'd be here, but yeah, it's been quite a journey. I appreciate all of them.
Asante sana. So thank you so much, Edgar, for coming.
Sure.
And thank you so much, guys, for watching. My name is Lynn Ngugi. Till next time, bye-bye.